Hey there, what is going on? It's Guy with Beard, Guns and Gear. And a little preface to this. I said I wasn't going to do this because everybody was basically jumping on the bandwagon and I kind of looked at it from a different perspective. And what I'm obviously talking about, based on the title, is that gun laws are still silly and stupid and ridiculous. And I mean, it's all about virtue signaling, and I'm not going to try not to go down the rant. But anyway, unless you've been living under a rock or you're not interested in firearms, you are aware that there has been two very recent bans of firearms. The first one, the government went ahead and banned 324 firearms. Great. Fantastic. But at the time, we were like, you know what? It doesn't really matter. They're never going to get through. That is the buyback. Yeah, like you ever owned it. The seizure, it'll never go through. Right now, we can look well into the future and we can say they're never going to get there because they'll be out of power. Because the opposition was leading in the polls by anyway. And then a little bit of time goes by and they come back with another one. First of all, the second big list they put out, the 324 firearms, basically I lost two on that. They're going after the weapons of war, right? Those big scary weapons of war, or what's their other buzzword? Assault style, right? So I don't even know what an assault style is, but that's the two big buzzwords. It's a weapon of war, nobody needs them, and assault style. So what was on the most ridiculous things on the list, and I fortunately own two of them. The GSG 16, right? What is that? It's a 22. It's a plinker. I'll put some pictures up somewhere. It does have a pistol grip, and it does have a magazine that is attachable, but it's rimfire. It's 22 caliber. You cannot make that thing fully automatic. I don't understand. It's not a weapon of war, never been used in the war, and it's certainly not assault style, whatever that means. If assault style is black with a pistol grip, I guess everything is then. So anyway, that was on there, and one of the other ones I had on there was the KD9, which is a 9mm carbine with like an 18-inch barrel or something on it. It's nobody's going to conceal it. No, that's not the firearms, and everybody's going to put it out in the comments. That's not the firearms that are doing crime. Nope, you're absolutely right. I agree with you 100%. So why is it on there? Well, because you remember with the very first OIC that came out, and they said, listen, we're only going after the assault rifles, the AR-15s. It's only those and their variants. That's all we want. And we'll leave you guys alone, and you can do your sport shooting, and you can do your hunting. And you said the AR-15 is very popular for the 3-gun. It's very popular. You're just going to have to use something else, and you'll have lots of choices. Don't worry about it. So what happens? The list comes out, right? Not only was the AR and all its variants, multiple other firearms on them, some of them made absolutely no sense. Then the list of 324, by the way, the WK-180. So one of the firearms that they were telling us we have as an unrestricted alternative to the AR-15 platform was the AR-18 platform. They said, you can use that. Yoink! Took that away. Don't worry, you've got other alternatives. There's, even in the same caliber, 9mm, right? You can use a carbine for certain sports shooting competitions. Cool. All right, we don't have a choice. We'll succumb to your wishes, oh great and knowledgeable, leaders. So those firearms get stored, never to be touched again, or at least not to go to a range again. And now we're using those, and then now they're taking those away. And I said at the very beginning, I said I don't trust it because that's the way they're wording it. Their intention is not to take away the quote-unquote dangerous firearms, right? The assault style and the ones for war. It's to eventually remove all of the semi-automatics. And everybody said, no, you're crazy, man. They're never going to do that. There's too many people out there. I'm telling you, that's what they were doing. But it didn't really it didn't hurt us, really. It's like, okay, just put them away. The way that the election's going and the way that the polls are going, we'll get them back. Because, as you know, the opposition has promised to repeal 99.9% of them, and I believe he was going to do that because he knows they don't make sense, just like everybody else. The liberals know they don't make sense. It's not stopping crime. Crime numbers are up. It's not stopping anything. Okay. Anyway, I don't want to go down that road. So then what happens, they come up with another list, right, of not 324, 179 other variants. And honestly, most of the ones that are on there are like M1s. Like carbines from World War II that people have collected and used in like milsurp competitions or just had them in the safe. It's not, again, I don't know the reasoning behind it. I'm sure, well, at least of all their, stupid sayings, like it's a weapon of war, this one they actually got right. The M1 was a weapon of war. But World War II, okay, technology has gotten past that. People now, if they have an M1, most of the time it's a collector's item because they're fantastic firearms, or they engage in like milsurp shooting. I mean, you're never going to read the highlights of a news article that's saying there was a gang shooting and they recovered 3 M1 carbines at the scene. It's never going to happen. So they're just chipping away. They're just chipping away. I mean, I don't know where we're going to be left with eventually. A sharp stick, maybe a slingshot, maybe muskets. Bolt action so far, I mean, as long as they're below the energy limit, right, then we're allowed to have them. And for most of the hunters out there, bolt action is what we use. I prefer a bolt action. My son prefers a bolt action. Everybody I know that shoots a lot, especially for precision, shoot bolt actions. Semi-automatics, they're not as accurate typically, and they're not as reliable. You have to clean them a lot, you have to maintain them a lot, whereas a bolt action, as long as you can get the action closed and pull the trigger, it's probably going to shoot something. So anyway, all this to say that it didn't really bother me because I saw the light at the end of the tunnel. Now, I don't even know. One side of me does not believe the polls because the polls lie, and we've seen the only poll that counts is the one that's done on election day. And please, this is my public service announcement. Please go out and vote. This is the only chance we have of getting rid of what has happened, not erasing. It's going to take like a generation to erase what the current government has done. But they got this guy who's been, and you know who I'm talking about, he's been the financial advisor to the current government for the last 5 years. I haven't lived in Canada in 20 of the last 30 years. His wife and family don't even live in Canada. He's got 3 passports. He's set on the world stage. He's a European. He's, what he is in my humble opinion, is a global elitist, and he's going to go right back to doing where the previous guy left off. We're going to be in the same situation, but now they're going to have 4 more years to work on this confiscation and seizure. And I don't want that to happen. I don't want to lose any of my firearms. I don't want to lose any of my tools. I bought them just like why I bought any of my firearms. It was a purpose in mind at the time, right? Hey, I don't have a .22 caliber plinker. I need another one. Boom, I buy one. I don't have a .22 caliber, target shooting rifle. I go buy one. I don't have one for duck. I don't have one for, whatever. I bought them, and one of the rifles I have is from like when I was 17 years old. I mean, that's almost 40 years ago. So I'm a buyer, not a seller, and the government, my firearms are not for sale. I will hold on to them to the very last second. I'm not saying non-compliance. I'm just saying that I don't want to get there. And like I said, I held off on doing the videos because I didn't see us headed there. now I do see us headed there, and it's scary. And the average voter, what do they say? Never, well, anyways, I'm not going to insult the average voter here in Canada. I have my own opinion, but liberal voters, you can't reason with them with facts. You can't give them statistics to change their mind. They just are buying into this media, like the 2 minutes of news that they got by the state-sponsored media, and they're all over it, and they just got these little, like, just little word salads to throw at you every time you say something. So I've seen long-term relationships, friendships, whatever, like take a nasty turn because of this. I say don't talk about politics at home, don't talk about politics at work unless you really know your audience and you've had these discussions before and you know you can do so civilly. But I say use your right and go out and vote, and please make the right choice. I can't tell you what that choice is, but I know what my choice is. Anyway, guys, like I said, I didn't want to head down this road. I didn't want to cover this at all because it was ban, and it's all bad news. But there was light on the end at the end of the tunnel, and most people talked about that. They identified that, so I wasn't really concerned. And I wasn't going to make the video because what did it matter in my head? Even if they add all the firearms on the ban list, okay, I won't take it out for 3-4 months. I'll just keep reloading at home and stockpile on ammunition for when the vote actually happens and they start repealing these things. I can head back out to the range. But it's not looking that light at the end of the tunnel. I'm scared, man. I'm scared. I really hope that people see the light, the real light, not that light or what people think that light is. I don't know what to say, guys. I hope this video ages really well. That'll be my closing thought. I hope this video ages really well, and a year from now I look back on this video and I say, wow. I mean, you know, I really hope. Please click that like, subscribe. Let me know what you think of what's going to happen. Make your predictions in the comments. I'd be curious. I mean, it's not even a fair poll, really, because I think most of the people that watch my videos are probably not anti-gun. Yeah. But, I mean, if you know people at work, what do you think, which way do you think it's going to go? Not just which way are you voting, but which way do you think it's going to go? And we'll share our thoughts on that. Until then, I mean, we have, 30 days until election? Let's hope it goes well, people, and I love yous. Please click that like, subscribe, and pray for better times, people.